here, and today I have an amazing guy. Okay, this man, I met him about 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, yeah, or maybe longer. Has it been?
2 years.
Three? Three?
Two.
Oh yeah, 2 years. And he is one of the most high energy people that you could be around. I mean, he makes people feel super amazing, and he is the most supportive person in this industry that I know, in the beauty industry. And I'm going to let him introduce himself, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk a little bit more about him, how I feel, but he's pretty awesome. And go ahead, Ben, introduce yourself. Tell him who you are.
Hello, my name's Ben Smith. I'm a salon consultant in Texas, and I'm a friend of Mireya's. I do a little bit of everything as a salon consultant. My primary job is to empower my salons, keep my ladies and men in the right frame of mind during this time. It's crucial that I'm there for them in all ways other than just their salon business.
Okay, so Ben is a sales representative for state RDA stores in Texas. Okay, and I met him 2 years ago, and he is a bundle of joy. Just so you see, he empowers a lot of salons, and he is a great salesperson too. And my question to you, Ben, is what are you doing in these tough times as a sales consultant? What are you doing? Like, how are you? I know you are empowering a lot of people, but how are you empowering yourself?
Well, basically, my main focus is to keep myself in the right frame of mind during times like this so I can be a leader and I can be there to serve others and help them. I do a little bit of everything. This time has allowed me to slow down a little bit and reevaluate my own priorities. I've incorporated some other things that I didn't always have time to do, which is, exercise, things around the house, take time for myself, do some reflection. So in the future, if we're ever found in a position like this again, I'll have better experience in order to help others better.
Amen. Amen. So one thing that I really like about Ben is, besides him empowering me and empowering others, he created a Facebook page that I just got invited to. And Ben, tell everybody what you do on this Facebook, because it's private, and I think it's a necessity for a lot of hairstylists to have for their customers, especially in this time. And when you invited me, I was really impressed on how you communicate. So please, what inspired you to create something like that? Because it's a really good idea.
Well, thank you. What inspired me to create that is I can be a better service if I can engage more, learn more, provide more for my clients. That space allows me to share with them things that I know, things that are coming up, tips, information. And during this time of change, there's a lot of awareness that we need to be aware of. Community changes. I also put on there classes, education. I can also be a little bit humorous on it. I try to keep some levity in the situation. But most importantly, I want them to know that I'm there for them. We're a family in our little group. And it's just me, a few other people, including yourself, and the stylists that I see on a weekly basis.
Well, I love it. And that this is something that you created that is pretty awesome. I have to give you that, because I get a lot of phone calls. I gave out my 800 number, and I get a lot of phone calls from stylists that are really struggling. And I told them, after I saw your Facebook ad, that it was pretty useful and empowering to have for their clients. And, I also get a lot of calls because a lot of people are booth renters and didn't save for a rainy day. And I try my hardest to help them the best I can. I'm sure, because you sell to hundreds or thousands of salons, what advice are you giving them, to do? Because I saw that big information in Texas that you sent out, and That's pretty good that you did, but what are they telling you, and you helping them?
Well, a lot of them, like most people, are scared of the uncertainty and scared of the situation that we're in because they don't know. There's a lot of fear involved. My biggest thing is to counsel them through it, just keep them calm to make proper decisions, provide them the information that I can that might help them get assistance if they need it financially or business wise. Also instruct them or talk to them or text them about learning from where you are now. So if this happens again, you're not in the same place.
Absolutely.
That you may have a bigger nest egg, reevaluate where you spend your money and how you can reinvest it in yourself, in your salon, rather than spending it on things that we really don't need, we just may want.
I know. I tell a lot of the stylists that I talk to, and even on my Facebook Live that I did today, I told everybody, you will never think or spend like you spent 2 weeks ago ever again. Your mindset just shifted, right? It shifted. It changed a lot of the way you're thinking and the way you're going to continue things. And I have a small business, and Pink Pewter, and I have employees, and a lot of my employees, for this situation, in order to be able to come back to work, a lot of them had to go on unemployment. And I'll be honest with you, I save for a rainy day, but we all need this cash flow, right? So I put myself on unemployment myself, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I see, and I ended up calling, because you think a different way when you go through these kind of situations. I called my internet companies. I called them up and I said, hey, we're going through this situation. Like, what advice do you have? Do you know they gave me a month for free? Yeah. Did you call you did that already? Okay. So
Right now.
yeah, they gave me 1 month for free for my business. Okay. And 1 month for free for my home. Okay. So that's two things. Then I called my car payments because I have 2 cars, and, I have to pay monthly. I called them up and I asked them also, like, listen, this is going on. What advice or what kind of relief do you do? I said, do you defer payments? And they said, absolutely. I got 3 months. It's something that you could tell your stylist, okay? I called my water bills, I own a home, my mortgage company, and rent also. And guess what? They're deferring payments. So we got a little breather. So the cash that I ended up saving, I'm saving it so when we go back, I could use it. So I'm giving you this advice to go back to your stylist and say, put all of your bills on top of your table, because you're a leader. You're telling them what you hear, right? Put all your bills on the table. Do not be ashamed, to look at your bills and call them up, because I've never been on unemployment in my entire life, ever. And we continue back to the hustle, because we're definitely going to go back a different person, when we go back, but together we're going to be awesome. So going back to your stylist, are you getting any questions from them that you're like, okay, I can't answer? Like,
Yeah, I quite frequently get questions I can't answer, but they know I'm always going to find the answer for them, or we'll research it or find somebody who does know, and they can depend on me to get back to them if I tell them I'm going to. They have that belief that I'm going to do what I say.
No. And what is one of those questions that they've asked that maybe you could help other people that are watching us?
Well, a lot of questions they asked me recently are things nobody really knows the answer to. In that situation, I just tell them to be patient, take what you know now and apply it until it changes. Then you'll approach that situation. But a lot of it is financial. And instead of me telling them, this is what you should have been doing, we can't change that now. We need to look at what you need to be doing when we restart and start moving forward again, so you can have a plan in place if this were to occur again.
Got it. Got it. And what are you doing? Did you save for a rainy day or did you go on unemployment?
I have not gone on unemployment yet. I probably did not save enough for a rainy day,
Go do
but
it.
I'm doing good.
It's going to be temporary, don't be afraid to
Right.
like do that. It's only going to be temporary. I mean, it is what it is. And I actually talk to a lot of like very, very large salons, very large. And the stories that I've heard through them is they're all on unemployment. They're not embarrassed. They all called, their finances and they did it. And it's a time that you got to think a different way. You do. You have to think in like you're in survival mode. Like, what are we going to do to change this, right? That SBA loan for those contractors, ladies, that's going to be a good one, right? With the coronavirus, I got to read a little bit more into that, but I'm interested in seeing what that's all about, definitely. So Ben, a lot of stylists that I talk to, they didn't go to college. They became stylists and they became very successful doing hair. But and they're business savvy, they are. I think any hairdresser, every hairdresser that I know is a true business woman or man. They know how to count their dollars and they know how to add them up, or vice versa. You get what I'm saying. But they learned all of their business trades on their own. A lot of these hairdressers do not get proper education, right? To make their business or take their business to the next level. And what I do in my classes, I always suggest to always find like really good books or resources where they get educated. And I don't know if you knew, but I just did an ebook, and my ebook is actually really good, especially in these times, because it's sharing like sort of my story of how I started in a 600 square foot salon to growing my brand, through being behind the chair, to get it to levels that were unheard of, to almost filing bankruptcy because of a bad business deal, okay, and going all the way to the bottom and bringing that business right back up all by myself. And that ebook is pretty powerful and it's free. So if you want to share that with your lady friends or guy friends, I think it's really good. And I'm not trying to sell nothing. I tell everybody, I'm not focusing on selling one damn thing in these times. My whole job right now is, and I need money too, like everybody needs money, right? But I'm focusing these times in building really good relationships with my customers, so when we go back to work, we're 10 times more powerful. So do you give the business advice to your stylist, or suggest people to go and get educated with?
Yes, I do. And I think that's a very important part that many of them don't really know where to find the resources to get these things. That's one of the job requirements of me as a consultant, is to be able to offer them places where they can go to find out how to run their business better, or things they can do better. We're involved with Summit Salon. I point some of them to that direction. I send everybody to people like you to listen to you and your story to get an inspiration, or Daniel Mason Jones, or somebody to get inspiration and insight from people like yourself who have been there and who have done it. Because I personally haven't been behind the chair and done that you have, and he has, and so many others have, that have reached their dream because they found the path to get where they needed to be. I don't think everybody knows the path.
Yeah.
And not knowing the path can be frustrating. They feel like they're kind of stuck.
It is hard to get to that path. And I've been very blessed because in my life, I've I've gone through a lot of obstacles, and obviously, like I told you, from here to here to here to here, and I learned a lot. And it's all about how you control that mindset. Money comes, money goes. I always tell everybody that. Money comes, money goes. It's good to have it, yeah, for a little bit, but once you get that mind, set the right way, money doesn't matter. At least now for me, it just doesn't matter. I get more of a fulfillment of teaching people my mistakes so they don't get to what I've went through, because they were really difficult paths. But definitely it's educating them with the right people. I like the ones that you picked out, because those are good. Yes, 100%. There's a lot of educators out there that have no experience, and they think they're out there and they're giving the right tips. And you need professionals that have a lot of years of experience and some failures in their pocket in order to teach people the right things. So that's what I think.
I think you're correct.
And my question to you is, what are you going to do or change when you go back to work? So you're like, oh my God, I have all this free time and I'm going to go and I'm going to do this 10 times better.
What I am going to do is spend a little more time for myself so I can reflect the direction I'm going in. I tend to get in all the way and spend a lot of time on work. And I don't think in my personal long run that's healthy.
Yes. You're young. Stop it. You're going to kill it when you go back in there. Stop it with your, oh my God. You're going to be awesome. You're going to go back and be 10 times more powerful than ever, because that energy that you have, Ben, I meet a lot of people, a lot. And the way you are and the energy you contract, you are like, oh God, I shouldn't even say this out loud, but you're like a drug, people want to be around you because you're good energy. You're happy all the time. You bring life to people. And I'm going to bring that life to you because you do it to me. I do it to you. And that's how it goes. That together, we're going to be 10 times more better. I'm here for you for anything. You know that, right?
I look forward to it.
I'm here for you. And we're going to change. Once we go back to work, we're going to do a lot more powerful things. Anyway, as we continue talking, any words of wisdom that you give our viewers?
I would say remain calm, be prudent in your decisions, and use proper judgment, and find out all the information before you make a decision or make a statement about certain things. I would, you want to be a leader and a role model to the community and to your clients, because they look up to you as a professional also. And so make sure you're representing that to the public during this time, even though personally, you may have your anxieties and fears, and that's what spouses or consultants and things are for, not the whole world.
I love it.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes total sense. 100%. I don't know. Life is an obstacle, right? Life is an obstacle. You don't know what, or even a journey, we don't know what tomorrow brings. And we definitely have to live each day like it's the last, and we have to make a memory of what we do. And today I'm going to make a memory, and I'm going to take a picture of you. I know I'm going to keep this forever, but I'm going to take a picture. So start talking, because you got to be on the main one. Start talking. Tell me something that you love.
What do I love? Wow. I love a lot of things, but I really like helping people. It's my favorite.
I got you. All right, Ben. Well, it was awesome, like awesome talking to you as always. And I already told you I'm here for you forever. And thank you for sharing this love and knowledge and with us. And keep inspiring everyone because you're awesome. And thank you so much. And goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for inviting me.